beautiful humans. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tara Fleming and I am a Level 2 QHHT practitioner working out of Nova Scotia, Canada. If you would like to book a session with me, please visit my website, taraflemingqhht.com. It is in the description. In this session, my client went to a past life in France where she ended up having to sacrifice herself for people she loved. She also explored past memories in this current life starting from the womb. The connection with her subconscious came through very strongly at the end, so we ended up having a lovely conversation which was not only helpful for her, but for the whole collective. So I would like to profusely thank my client for allowing me to share her session, and I really hope you enjoy it. With much love, see you on the other side.
A ship.
Okay. Can you tell me more?
It looks like a pirate ship.
Oh,
Like old.
So are you looking at the pirate ship or are you on the pirate ship?
Yeah, on it, looking down. Like on the wood floors.
Okay. Can you describe all the stuff you're seeing on the pirate ship?
It's like I see like land and like a beach, and also it doesn't look like there's many people on it. I'm just kind of looking around the ground, like on the floor. There's water on the side, and it's pretty long, like long, tall masses.
And is there anything indicating it is a pirate ship?
Just what I've seen, like in movies, it just looks like a big old ship that would travel around, but it's big, but it's wooden.
Is there a flag? You look up.
It just looks like white, but then also a red one.
Okay. There's a white flag?
Or sorry, the white is just like the sails.
Okay.
It's like, looks like a red, just like a red with some black on it.
A red flag?
Yeah.
Oh. And the black, is the black, if you look at it closely?
Looks like a moon, like a half moon.
Okay.
But going like backwards, not forwards.
The half moon?
The moon, yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. When you look around you, what is everybody wearing? Can you tell me what they're wearing? What sort of clothes they're wearing?
Looks like there's like a man with like a long kind of blue dress with like a hat where they used to wear those like white wigs.
Okay.
Like fancy kind of shoes. Looks like it's like on the dock of like a town basically.
Okay, so it's parked on the dock of a town?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we should go and explore the town a little bit more. Let's do that.
Okay.
Just keep talking and telling me what you see. Very first things that come to mind.
There's like docks along the shore, and they kind of go in, and there's a bunch of little houses made of like brick, kind of like stone, and there's people like walking through the streets. Just reminds me of like movies. Or like people are doing like making stuff with like iron. There's like an ironsmith kind of thing.
Okay.
Just like lights glowing, like looks like candle lights glowing from like inside just like the little houses that are along the sides. It looks like it's like there's houses at the side, but then further you go it just looks like bigger buildings.
Okay, so are the houses made out of, what are they made out of?
Looks like kind of like a like stone brick kind of thing, but not like red brick.
Okay.
Just like kind of gray.
Okay. And you said there's candles in the windows?
There's like, it looks like there's lights coming through the windows, but I think it looks like candle lights glowing.
Okay. What time of day is it there?
Like when the sun's setting.
Okay, sun's setting. And so you're walking along, and then what happens next in the scene?
I just kind of feel out of place.
Okay, feel out of place.
Like I should just be on the ship still.
Oh, you feel like you should be on the ship still?
And then when I said that, I just heard of like a loud, like in my ear, just started like buzzing really loud on one side.
Okay, perfect. You're telling us lots of information. Great. All right, so why don't you go back to where you feel the pull? If you feel a pull, to go back to the ship.
I feel like basically I'm just meant to be on the ship because like I feel worthless basically. I'm just supposed to be cleaning it while everybody else is eating and like exploring the town.
I see what you're saying. Okay. So what we want to do now is, can you have a look at your feet and tell me what you see?
They look like men's feet with like hairy toes and just dirty, like with no shoes on them.
Okay. And when you go up the body, are you wearing anything?
Looks like shorts. Like my clothes look dirty. It looks like slaves' clothes basically.
Okay.
Like dirty shorts, just ragged kind of shirt, and my body just looks dirty and hairy.
Okay. Are you holding anything?
It looks like a shovel.
Okay. Looks like a shovel?
Yeah.
Is there a purpose for the shovel that you feel like? Is it?
I think it's like when I'm here cleaning out like something underneath the deck.
Oh.
So I'm cleaning something off the ship while it's docked.
Okay. Are you wearing any ornamentation or jewelry?
Doesn't look like it, no.
Yeah. Are you wearing anything on your head?
No.
Okay. And you said you feel like you're male. Do you feel young or old?
I feel like probably like young-ish, like able. Like I feel like I'm young, but I look old because of just like what I'm doing.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you feel healthy or not healthy?
I think like healthy enough. I think I am healthy, but because what I'm doing, it's like draining. But like healthy at the core. But that's why I'm doing that, I think.
Right. Okay. So now I would like for you to drift and flow to where you eat and sleep. And you're there. Can you tell me what you're seeing?
Just looks like dark and cold and pretty hard. Just looks like wooden, like a wooden kind of flat thing on the side. Where to eat is like just looks like a wooden kind of table. It feels like it's like I'm not a slave, but I'm like a slave. Like it feels like I have to be there because I agreed to.
Okay.
And I have to do that kind of. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like I have to be there because I agreed to.
Okay.
But I don't want to be. But I have to be.
All right. Are you on the ship again?
Yeah, like underneath.
Yeah, you're underneath. Okay. And so what do you do with the majority of your time on this ship?
Just clean.
Yeah.
Just like do like labor work.
And if someone were to call out to you, do you know what they would call you?
I think Michael.
Okay. so now, what we're going to do is we are going to leave that scene and move forward to an important day in that life. We are going to drift and flow to a day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to an important day in this life that we are looking at. What is happening? What do you see?
I see myself, it's like I was clean, like a white shirt and pants, and I just have a baby that I'm like throwing up in the air, smiling, like with a woman beside me, and we're just happy. It looks like it's like a birthday for the baby or something like that, celebration. We're just like happy and proud to be looking at it.
Oh, lovely. And are you older or young? So you're older in this scene?
I'm younger.
You're younger?
It looks like near the same age, just like cleaner and have more life. Like I don't look as stressed.
Okay. And can you tell me when you look around what's happening else?
It's like the woman has like her hair is like blonde, her hair is up and like like in a fancy kind of way, and she's wearing a dress. It just looks like we're outside with other people, just everybody's just like smiling at this baby and looking at it.
Okay.
With like love. It feels like a celebration. Like outside in the sun.
Is the baby a boy or a girl?
Girl.
All right. And what else is happening in this scene? Is there anything else happening that...
It's like I can see like there's some men talking, like they're like drinking. It looks like just almost like a kind of like a picnic kind of thing. But like not sitting down, but just people are outside socializing.
Okay. So it sounds like it's a lovely celebration and you're enjoying it. And how old is the baby? Look.
It looks just like one.
Okay.
Like just small, but smiling and can hold its head up. But
okay. So now we are going to leave that scene, unless there's something else that you think looks important in that scene to explore.
No.
No, okay. We're going to leave that scene and move forward to another important day in that life. We are shifting, going to another important day in that life. And you are there now. What do you see? What's happening?
I see the same woman that was beside me before, crying. Like she's crying, and her hair's not like nice, and she's just crying and worried. And she's like looking out a window.
Alright, so let's explore this scene a bit more. Like a dream, let's go with the flow and see what happens in this scene. And as you're experiencing it, please just talk, and let me know.
I feel like she's basically scared because it feels like we owe somebody something. And she's looking outside because she's scared these men are going to come. And basically, I'm just going to protect her and our kid.
Right.
And feels sad.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm just like more worried about her being sad, and not myself.
Right. Is your child still there?
Yeah, just like sleeping. And she seems very much like she seems to think that they're coming to take the child, and I'm just saying I'm not gonna let that happen.
Okay.
And then it's like men are just knocking on doors.
Yeah, let's follow the scene. Remember, you can see this as an observer. You do not need to experience it again.
I opened the door. It's like, it seemed like I'm pretty, like, good, tempered and, like, spirited person. So I just try to joke around with them. But it seems like everybody owes them something. And even though we're not, like, poor, but we're not, like, well off, so it's like we don't really have much to give them. And I think they wanted the baby, so I said I would go instead.
Right. Okay.
It's like she doesn't want either of that, but it's like that's like the only option.
So the agreement is that you'll go instead. Is there a time limit that you can?
I think it's like for a certain journey,
Okay.
for a certain amount of time. Not forever, but she thinks it's gonna be forever.
Okay.
Because it seems risky.
Right. Okay. And then does anything else happen in this scene?
The baby wakes up when they are at the door and is crying, so she takes it and, like, just tries to basically hide it, even though, like, they know it's there and they can see it, but she's just trying to kind of shield the baby from them. And then they leave, but I have only like 5 days until I have to go too.
Right. Okay.
And then she's just crying, and I just hug them both.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to leave that scene unless there's anything else that you feel needs.
I see like a gold coin on the table, and I'm just looking at it, wishing I had more of it.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I had more of it, I would be able to keep my family together.
Right. It's okay. It's important to let those feelings out. If you need to cry, cry.
It's like the safety and money.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to leave that scene and move to the next scene in that life that is important for you to see for your highest good. We're moving and leaving that scene, and you're there. What is happening?
It's when I'm leaving on the ship, and she's giving me a hug and trying to keep it together. And I'm telling her it's like gonna be okay, I'm gonna be back, and it's gonna be fine, but she's really worried because she knows I'm just trying to make it sound better.
Right.
And that ship, and it's like there's other people, like there's men and women going onto it that are like with their heads down, that feel like they don't want to be going. And then there's also just people working on it. It's like they need bodies to, like, for the ship.
Right. Okay. And then what happens in the scene? Just like a dream.
Just look at her and I smile, and I give her a hug, and I joke, and I say I'll see her soon. I give the baby a kiss. And, like, even in my head, like, I'm telling myself that it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be quick, like, I'm thinking positively about it. Like, good mindset. So then we just walk onto the boat and just watch everybody else get on.
Alright. Sounds like that scene is telling us the story of how you got in the state you were. Okay. So now, is there anything else? Or should we move on to to another scene.
There's just a little feeling of like I'm trying to protect her, but I feel like I'm letting them down because I didn't do good enough. Like I feel like I wasted some of my life just being goofy and having fun, but I feel like I should have been focusing on like securing like a more stable life so I didn't have to go.
Right. Okay. So now we are going to leave that scene and move forward to an important day in that life. You're there now. What's happening?
And we came back eventually from the sea and made it through like the journey. But I lost a lot of weight. I was excited to come back home, but they weren't there when I got back.
Okay. So let's explore the scene and tell me everything in this dream that you're seeing.
It's like it must have been gone for a while because it doesn't even look like the same kind of place. Looks like there's been conflict here, but it looks like it just doesn't look the same. It just looks run down. And I don't know if she's here, like if she's gone, she's here, she's alive, but I just feel like I did all that for nothing.
Right.
And as I said that, it's like I felt my left arm just twitch, like a big twitch in my left arm.
Okay. There's a blockage you're letting go.
It's like I just felt like I tried so hard to protect them and to help them, and I just took too long and it was too late.
You tried your best. You did your best. You did what you could do at the time. The only option you had. And so, what else do you do in the scene once you notice they're gone?
I just go sit back on the ship because I don't feel like I have anywhere else to go.
Okay. And so is there anything else left?
My mindset's just not good now, and then I'm trying to think hopefully, but I just feel like it's been so long and just everything I've gone through, it just kind of sending me spiraling into like so depressed and just numb and not just frozen.
Right. Okay. All right. So now we're going to leave that scene in this life and we're going to go to the next scene where something important is happening in this life we're looking at. You're drifting and floating and you're going to the next scene and you're there. What's happening?
I'm just older and just looks like farmland. And just doesn't look like many people are around, and I'm just out in like a field. Seems like I'm just daydreaming.
Okay. About how old are you in this scene?
Probably like what I just thought like came into my mind was 37.
Okay. And so you're in this farm field. How are you dressed now when you look down at yourself?
Just like simple beige kind of brown color clothing. I just feel like I'm waiting for life to be over, but just going through the motions.
Okay. Alright, you're just waiting.
It's like I just almost committed to suffering because it's like I felt like I didn't know what happened to them. I wasn't there for them. And I just feel like I just want to be done so I can go be with them.
Right. And so you didn't find them again?
No.
All right. And on this farm, do you have a job?
It's just like, it just looks like a little kind of house that I built together just far away from people, but just like out in open land kind of thing.
Okay.
I feel like I just became kind of isolated.
Right.
The stuff from just the ship and just the whole journey and them not being there just kind of made me just want to go be by myself. And
Right. Okay.
it's like I was punishing myself too.
Right. Okay. And if you were going to eat at this time, what would you be eating?
Apples.
Okay.
Like a lot of apples. Just like nothing special basically. It looks like potatoes,
Right.
apples.
Okay.
I think I'm going outside because I need to go like find my own food.
Right.
Just, like fishing rods.
Okay. All right. So now we are going to leave that scene and move again to another important day in that life. And you're there. And now you can tell me what's happening.
I just see it's like kind of like in a town now, but it seems like I'm one of those old school things where you put your arms through and your head through, and I was just there, but I was just like ready to die. Like it's almost like I just put myself there because I just wanted to be done.
Okay. Oh, so you've been like you
captured.
can't move.
Yeah, like someone's put me in it, but it's like I did whatever I had to do to kind of get there because I wanted to
All right.
be done.
All right.
I just felt like I couldn't move on, and I don't want to suffer anymore.
Right.
And I just like feel like it's the best case.
Okay. So we know where you are now, and what we're going to do is we are going to drift and flow to the last day of that life. You can see it as an observer. If you wish, you do not have to experience it. We have gone to the last day of that life in this lifetime that we are watching. Can you tell me what is happening?
Yeah, so I just see me like in a jail cell getting whipped, but I don't have one hand. Like one hand's been cut off.
Okay.
And I'm just getting whipped, but part of me is just like just waiting for it to be done. And I think I just am like in a corner, like on a cold floor, and just bleeding out.
Okay.
But like I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it? Yeah. Okay. Now whatever has happened has already happened, and you are on the other side of it. From that position, you can look back at the entire life and see it from a different perspective. Every life has a lesson and a purpose. As you look at the life, what did you learn from it?
I feel like I'm not sure what I learned. I know what I took from it, and
That's a lesson.
yeah, it's like a belief of like the belief that money equals safety.
Right.
And that if you don't do good enough, if you don't work hard enough, you're not safe. And it just felt like I wasn't good enough, not capable enough to protect my family.
Right. So the lesson you learned was that
just,
it's okay if you don't know anything.
I just felt like it wasn't good enough.
Right. What do you think was the purpose of that life?
I don't know.
Okay. Just tell me the first thing.
I just keep thinking of losing my family.
That was the purpose of the life then. You needed to lose your family to learn something. Okay.
So like I'm also feeling it's like that my worthiness isn't tied into my family.
Perfect. All right. So now we're going to move away from that scene, leaving the person there to continue on their own path. You can move either forward or backward to another appropriate time and place that has information that you need. You are now at another time and place.
I just heard the lesson from that last.
Okay, perfect. What is it?
It's like no matter, even if you try hard and do your best, it's like it's not your fault. It's like not my fault. What happens is out of my control. You can try your best, be a good person, do all the right things, and it's like whatever happens, it's like it's not my fault.
Perfect. That's your lesson. It's not your fault. Okay, so let's take a couple deep breaths right now. There we go. Together we're releasing that scene and we're leaving that person there. They've learned their lesson and they will be okay. You're going to leave that life and that lesson. You're going to move away from that scene and you can continue to move forward or backward to another appropriate time and place, a place that has information for your highest good in this life, where you can get the most information. You are now at another time and place. What is happening? What do you see?
You see like green and blue lights. It's like color.
Nice. Are they floating or
Just like all the vision. It just looks blue or green. I feel like I'm a baby.
okay? Let's just go with the flow of this and see where it takes us like a dream.
I feel like I'm a baby in a belly and I'm seeing lights like through the
Oh, yes.
skin.
That makes sense. Okay, so you're in the womb. And how do you feel in the womb?
Feel a little stressed.
Yeah.
Like I feel like my chest is a little tight. I feel worried about my mom.
Okay.
I feel like she's stressed.
Right.
I feel okay. I'm just like, feel her.
Right. Can you hear any sounds?
It sounds like her and my dad are fighting.
Okay. And so now we're going, is there anything else that you're seeing in this or feeling in this?
No, it just feels like I can feel her heart racing.
Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to drift and float to another time in this life when you are younger, you were being born, you were there.
It feels like, holy crap, like, what's this?
Okay, so remember, you can see it as an observer. You do not need to experience it again.
I just feel like it's bright and it's cold and feels weird in my, like, breathing, like, in my chest. Like, it just feels weird, like, cold, like the air. And I just feel like I'm like, what?
Right. You a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what happens?
I just feel like there's a lot of chaos around, a lot of people moving around, and I'm just trying to figure it out.
Right. When you look, I guess when you look around, can you see anything?
It looks like a hospital.
Yeah.
Just like those incubator kind of things where they have the holes in them.
Yeah. Keep talking.
Just seems like people are looking at me. I'm kind of looking at them like, what are you?
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of out of sorts, just confused feeling.
Okay. So now we're going to leave that scene and move to an important day in this life that we're looking at. We are drifting and flowing to a day that is considered to be important. When something is happening, we have now moved forward to an important day. What is happening? What do you see?
I'm just like little, and I'm playing outside with the neighbor. And I just feel like it's like leaves on the ground, like fall time. Just playing outside.
About how old are you?
Probably like 3 or 4.
Okay. So let's explore the scene a bit and see what happens. Just like a dream.
And I'm just like playing imaginary like stuff outside, but the boy I'm playing with doesn't have an imagination like me.
Right.
So it's like I feel like I'm trying to gauge him to kind of see what I should say or not say.
Right.
And I think I said something, you said, you're weird. But he was like 6.
Okay.
A little bit older.
So you said something, and he said you're weird.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Bad, like I said something I shouldn't have said.
Right.
I just wanted to play, so.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are going to leave that scene and move to another day in this life that has information for your highest good. You're leaving that scene and moving, and you're there in another day that's important, where there's information for you. Can you tell me what you're seeing?
I'm just in my childhood home with my mom and dad, but my dad's sleeping and mom's just doing dishes and just getting things ready, just taking care of the house. I feel like I see her really busy. I just don't want to, I want to play, but I don't want to bug her.
How are you feeling?
I feel kind of sad and lonely. But I want to take care of her. I don't want to bug her.
Okay. And your dad's sleeping?
Yeah.
Where is he sleeping?
In the bedroom.
Okay. What time of day is this?
Probably around lunchtime.
Okay.
And I just was watching TV and just thought if I watched TV and not bugging anybody, nobody has to take care of me. I love my mom and I don't want her to have to be stressed.
Right. And let's continue this. You're feeling some emotions.
Yeah.
Tell me what comes through.
Just this feeling of just wanting to be good and easy so my mom could be more happy.
Yeah.
Feeling like it's my responsibility or my fault why she has extra work or why my dad's extra tired.
Okay, so now we're going to leave that scene and move to one more important day in this life, at least one more. Move drifting and floating, where there is information for you that will help you right now for your highest good. You're there.
Just when I was about 10 to 11, just when just alone in my room when I'm hearing all the things and feeling I wish I could tell somebody.
Right.
But I know I can't because I'm feel I'm in danger. When I say that, my right arm just gets twitches all down my arm.
Okay. So you know it wasn't safe then, but it's safe now.
Yeah.
So you can release that feeling. You can let it flow right out, either through your breath or through your feet, down through your body. You can release that.
I felt like it wasn't safe to be me.
Right.
Because I shouldn't be experiencing what I was experiencing. And I just felt too much.
Right. And now you're okay. Now you can experience it. You are safe. You are in control. You are ready. You are strong. And you are learning day by day. How does your arm feel now?
Better.
Yeah. How does your other arm feel?
Good. Lighter.
Lighter, good. Is there any other feelings that you're feeling in your body right now?
Just a little bit of shakiness in my back, along my spine, on the right side.
All right. So that's just the energy trying to clear itself. If you focus on that energy and breathe it out or let it flow out, releasing those feelings, Because you are safe now. You do not have to be scared. You can be you now. You do not have to hide who you are. You can shine bright and be a beacon for others and help guide those who are lost. Okay. How is your spine feeling now?
Good.
Oh, good. So now, let's drift and flow away from that scene in this life. We are drifting and floating away from that scene in this life. And we are drifting and floating away from all the lives, the other life that we looked at as well. Leaving them there to continue on their own path. Now I want all of the consciousness and personality of Michelle to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to Michelle's subconscious, please?
Yes.
I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Michelle to see today. Why did you choose the lifetime of Michael to show Michelle today?
To show her that it's not her fault and she couldn't have changed this path if she did something right or a different kind of way. It's all experience. It's not a you pass or fail. The life of Michael shows that even if you do all the right things with a good mind and good heart, you can still lose sometimes, or you can still have the not preferable experience, but it doesn't make anything wrong with you.
Thank you very much for that explanation. What did that life have to do with this current life?
It's the beliefs around money that tend to keep her captive, believing that money equals safety. Also, beliefs around worthiness. A lot of energies that had to be cleared from that lifetime. And beliefs around money, family, worthiness, value, the world being fair or just.
Okay. Have we already cleared those energies, or do we still have work to do to clear those?
By going back into that life and going through them, it did a good deal of work at releasing them.
Okay. Where was that life in the past? What location? Where was it of Michael?
France.
Okay. What time period?
In the early 1900s.
Okay.
1909, I believe.
Okay.
This is the closest lifetime to this current lifetime.
Okay.
And why a lot of the energies are running strongly.
Okay.
There's beliefs and energies of feeling like can never do enough, can never sacrifice enough. A lot of the beliefs come from there.
What was the purpose of that life as Michael?
The purpose of that life was unconditional love. There's many lessons in that life, one being unconditional love, but also to learn about sacrifice, about losing, about love. A lot of worthiness, lessons of worthiness and self-love, believe in self.
Okay.
To also experience
Right.
lower timelines and energies. Forgiveness of self. To know what it feels like to love and to be willing to give yourself up for another.
Okay. Why did you show Michelle the scenes from this current life?
To show her that it's not her fault. Again, since birth, she's been around her caregivers that have had unregulated nervous systems and energies. She's just starting off where she got placed. And there's been conflict and chaos around, and to help her forgive herself for the choices she's made and for where she's ended up. She's always tried her best from what she's been given. And also just help her to remember that there's nothing wrong with her. And of course, all those experiences would be scary when she's alone. To show where some of these fears come from, like the fear of abandonment. She felt like she had nowhere to go to, no one to talk to, and she felt very alone. But it is the life where she's safe to be herself. So to give her the courage to be able to freely express and to know there's nothing wrong with her. In fact, those are her gifts that she can use to help others and herself. She just needs to trust in them. She's also scared of some of her gifts, especially working with certain energies and darker energies, but she just has to remember it's all still love. You meet everything with love. If you get scared, you just invite in more love.
Thank you very much for that explanation. What is Michelle's purpose in this life?
She has a few. One is just to simply be. Just to be herself. She inspires others to be themselves. That's the simplest, which she could focus on. Just simply embodying, being herself. What feels good, feels right. She doesn't have to do so much. She can just be for a little bit. Others is to help others remember, to help reconnect them to their light. It's like she remembers certain truths, so to embody those, to spread those messages, helps others remember. I know she wants to talk about career, and there's many paths that are acceptable and good. So you want to say good, everything's good. Acupuncture is a preferable path. It maybe take a little bit longer to become financially free in that path, but it will be fulfilling. And should be able to help many people and meet many interesting people on the way. There's things that are going to be coming up in the future, opportunities that she doesn't really see yet, that will spark different passions and joys. So just be patient. Really just follow the instructions, like playing the singing bowls. It doesn't have to be fancy. A short script for before and after. just to rely on the channeling of these energies. She's a channel, and she's able to channel many energies, frequencies. So by slowing down, like we keep saying.
She was interested in wondering about her channeling ability with, what was it, the galactic communication. And she's wondering if she's being prepared for communicating.
Yes, she's right with this thought, this idea, as this is, even when looking back, this is why she's met certain people that have had these different kind of experiences, so when it does happen, it's not going to be as frightening or startling. It already has happened. She just doesn't always catch on or understand when it's happening, or trust or believe in it. She just takes her time to slow down, intentionally connect, have a paper and pen, just start channeling. She already does it. She just needs to focus on it and put intentional effort into it, just like anything. I often tell her many times what to do. She doesn't follow the instructions, so she's wondering what does she do to be able to follow the instructions.
Maybe she needs more detailed instructions, because it's really hard being down here and there's a lot of distractions.
Yes, distractions are huge. In the last few weeks, she started doing breath work, like we've been saying, and yoga. These are great practices. Just simple steps of doing breath work. We've said breath work will quantum leap you. Breath work is a key. And even though it's work, it is much less work than you'll have to do other modalities and ways. So each day, even taking 10 minutes to do breath work, by slowing the mind and the body, and then just practice writing down what she hears.
Right.
She really should connect again with Shelley. She keeps thinking about it every day almost, but never does it. And that would be really great for both of them.
Okay, thank you for that. She was wondering what her mission in this life is. Can you tell her what her mission is?
Right now, we feel like if we tell her, it's going to disrupt some other things that have to happen first.
Okay.
But she's on the right path. Every vision and sign and thought she has is correct about being abundant and living freely and getting to enjoy the next half of her life. Right now, like the download she's received, there are many timelines closing. So many energies are coming into this life. It takes time for it all to integrate, even though it's happening very fast. If it happens any faster, it just would make her unwell.
Right.
So just to keep doing what feels right, aligning with love, trusting her path and her heart. Just follow what interests you. There's going to be opportunities and people that come up seemingly from nowhere that are going to help her align with her mission. She knows it is to help people remember who they are.
Perfect.
If we give too much information, she'll get too much into her head and thinking.
Right. It's easy to do down here. What guidance can you give Michelle for her near future, like her very near future? What can you tell her?
The best thing would be to try to just enjoy this time. Give yourself a break. You've been working so hard on so many things, and even though you've learned this lesson before, the lesson of slowing down actually is more productive than going too fast. So just slow down, enjoy this Christmas season, this season of magic and joy for some. Just try to be present and enjoy instead of worrying about the future or thinking too much about what's going to happen or how it's going to happen, because she knows it's always going to work out in the most magical, wonderful way. It's how it has been set up. So just to keep tapping into that trust and to just lean into the joy, just try to take a break. Because by relaxing and trying to take a break, she's going to align with her path, the dreams, the right people sooner. Just letting go of control. She knows this and she gets annoyed because the human experience and the soul wisdom, two different things.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can take that advice. Yeah, especially around Christmas time.
Definitely, and be mindful of all the other energies that are out there, especially during Christmas time, and not to absorb those, and to just hold on to that trust and the hope that's always been there, and just keep being right now.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Michelle is wondering if you could say what's going to take place on August 25th, 2025.
We can't really say right yet because
on.
that will ruin the surprise. But it's very exciting. It's nothing bad. It's very exciting. Just look forward to that date. Be excited and ready for something wonderful to happen.
Okay. Is this something that's going to happen to just Michelle personally, or will it happen to everybody?
Yes, just Michelle personally.
Okay, perfect.
There's big things coming in 2025. A lot of distractions.
For Michelle or for the
For
world?
the collective, and Michelle as well. But this is, that data specifically for Michelle. We gave it to her to hold on, to have hope.
Okay.
So that when she's going through things that seem hopeless,
right,
to trust there's something good coming.
Perfect. Do you want to give us some hints about the other stuff that the collective is going to go through?
It's going to be a lot of distractions that come while the truth is emerging, to try to keep the truth hidden. So just always be discerning. Tune into your heart when you hear things. When things seem scary, just remember that they're trying to scare you. If it doesn't resonate, just let it go. But know that Michelle is seeing a vision of the old world crumbling, the old energetic grid, and the new one being put online, and that's what's happening. And for something old to die and decay, things have to fall apart, but you see some ickiness first. And 2025 is going to be a lot of ickiness being revealed, especially through media, a lot of corruption, a lot of the darkness, but we've told Michelle before to not focus on that. We know the darkness is going on, but it's coming to light, and it's actually, the more that we see, the more excited we can get, because it's the beginning of the new world that we're building. We need to let that all go. We have to see the truth. Even, for example, she's seeing personally the broken systems. Part of her journey is helping to expose those and see those.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
To be able to have compassion and hold space for others while going through these broken systems, while helping them be rebuilt.
Okay, so with that note, would it be a good idea for Michelle to go and expose what's been happening with hers?
The man she's been talking with about the documentary is sent there on purpose. It's going to help clear energies, not just from this lifetime, but many lifetimes, of being able to have a voice, being heard, being seen, being able to speak without fear of what's going to happen, because it really does not matter at this point in time. We're just clearing these energies, we're healing. This is going to be the most wonderful life. The next little bit of time will be rocky, but we are anchoring in the most beautiful golden grid of light, the most beautiful earth, and we're going to be able to play in our human suits. You're going to be able to enjoy this experience. It's not always going to be pain and suffering, but many, many, many lifetimes have been pain and suffering. So we have to go through those, feel those, to release them. Just like the collective, going through our collective dark night of the soul. But there's so much excitement on the other side.
We wish we could be there and see that from that perspective. The situation with the court, what is the purpose of that, in case you haven't already explained it?
Again, it's tied into so many different time, space dimensions. This whole life is orchestrated in a way to clear all of it. She spent many lifetimes studying energy work and healing. She has been all the things she thinks she has been. So this life is a cumulation life where so many things have to be cleared all at once. This is the best, if you look at it like a play, it's the best way we could have set it up to clear all those energies in the quickest, most loving way. She wants to be able to be braver, to step into her power, to be able to be a leader. All of these type of things, all these experiences, a guaranteed way to help her remember who she was, to learn these lessons, also about forgiveness. She's made an agreement so that she can be here to help assist others in this shift. And she knows that. She just often wonders when's her time going to end so she can just get to that. But even going through this, she's showing others strength, faith, courage, to trust in the unseen. So even this is part of it.
So the lesson in this life is?
And the lesson in this life is to not take things so seriously. To trust in herself. It is safe to be herself, to be in her power, to use her gifts.
Is there advice that you could give her with regards to how she should move forward?
The message she received in the shower is correct. Keep choosing the most loving path. When she starts thinking about a fear, redirect back to what would be the most loving thing, regardless of other people's thoughts, opinions, how the feelings. It's what is the most loving choice. So keep choosing that. There doesn't need to be a fight. That's what's been going on for so long. And even when she tries to not fight, it still feels like a fight. So just keep aligning, keep asking, what is the most loving decision here? He's gonna come back one way or the other, but like we told her, it has to be his choice. He has to be ready. So keep building a solid foundation, building a solid life, learning how to regulate and heal her nervous system. And he's gonna be there when he's meant to be there. But this the court fiasco, we'll say, is helping clear many lifetimes, because now she's feeling the feelings. She's also surviving. So it's clearing lifetimes and lifetimes of trauma through this situation, and things are getting better, even if they don't seem like it.
Thank you for that. What is the root cause of her IBS?
It's just keeping so much inside. It's not speaking when she feels like she wants to speak. It's not allowing the full range of emotions to come out, the fear of being too much or too messy or too emotional. It's the avoiding of the hard conversations or the things she needs to do that she knows that she puts off. It's just that holding on to too much that she knows she needs to release.
Is there any other cause of the IBS?
It's the nervous system also being in states of dysregulation often. When high amounts of stress happen, it sets her stomach off. Eating more whole foods and less fatty foods, and even trying things like fasting for short periods of time could help. Taking herbal supplements and remedies can also help with this. Things like milk and cheese, it's not that she can't have them, it just doesn't help the situation. A lot of fear that is kept in her stomach. So by facing these fears, by using the stomach and the throat seem to be, they have this connection for her. So the more she uses her voice to confront her fears, the less stomach issues she'll have.
Okay. Speaking of her health, can we ask for you to do a body scan so that we can heal everything for her today?
Yes, her third eye is pulsating. She'd been noticing it happen here and there, but we can remove that, what feels like a block she placed there herself with a fear of what she might see when she fully removes it.
Is she ready for that to be removed now?
Yes, she always says, just make it not scary and something that I won't be scared of. We are willing to do this to make sure whatever she sees isn't scary. We can use her human mind to make sure things are presented in a way that are comfortable.
Thank you for that. Is there anything else as you scan the body?
There's been a feeling she's felt for a while on her left hand side and her back that feels like a dagger, which energetically it very much is. So we can remove that now.
Thank you. And as you're working on her body and healing it, is it okay if I keep asking you questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Raspberry tea leaves would be beneficial for her.
For her IBS?
Yes, for her IBS and also just for overall well-being right now.
Okay.
Just find comfort in it.
Perfect. Raspberry tea leaves, thank you. What is her root cause of fear of abandonment?
It's the initial trauma of forgetting. When humans came here, when we came through, we forgot who we were, forgot about God, that initial abandonment with Source, feeling like she's forgotten and alone. The forgetting was hard for her.
That makes sense. How can she heal this fear of abandonment?
It seems pretty simple by just simply being there for herself. She knows when she is self-abandoning, and it's okay. but to just do small steps every day to stand up for herself, to choose what's best for her, even as simple as pick the food that she wants to pick instead of something someone else wants.
I have a hard time with that too.
We just all want to be loved, and we want to be accepted.
Yeah.
So sometimes we put other people's first often, and she tends to do that even when she's trying not to. So being uncomfortable sometimes and choosing yourself, but just each day those small little things where she can choose herself. It doesn't mean being selfish, it's just making sure she's not saying no to herself to say yes to someone else.
Thank you for that advice. It's so good. How can she improve her relationship?
It ties into the last question where she has to vocalize and express herself and her feelings more. Put herself first more. By doing this, it allows him to move forward as well, because like she believes they are both helping each other heal in the path of least resistance. So even if she's scared to tell him what she needs, or she needs alone time, or that she fears something, or is insecure, to bring it up and talk about it, and every time she'll be surprised with the answers and how it's received. By facing the uncomfortableness of communication, it helps you both grow deeper, connect deeper, helps you heal, and helps you both trust each other more, because you've both just been children that just wanted to be loved, and you're just trying to protect yourself from getting hurt.
So the contract with David is not over, or?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
They can if they choose to, but they're just going to learn the same lessons with different people in different relationships that may not be as conscious and aware as this one at the beginning.
So it might be a harder go if she ends the contract.
Yeah, they can choose to take space, which would probably be helpful for them if they even just had one day a week that they chose to not be together. That's all really they need.
That's a really good idea for everybody.
Yes. We all need more time just to be with ourselves. When we can quiet the mind and we're with ourselves, that's when we can hear ourselves, our true selves.
Right. She's wondering if she will get married and have more kids.
She will have one more kid, possibly two. It depends on her choices. It's dependent. But definitely one. For marriage, it will be non-traditional, not through the government, but more of a commitment type ceremony that's based on love and union.
Perfect. What is the best thing for her to focus on right now?
Right now is herself, and she knew I was going to say that. But it's more like focusing on being well. She works a lot on the mental, emotional, spiritual aspects of herself. Right now, it's a good time to work on her physical body. By strengthening her body, she strengthens all aspects of her. And also by doing things like breathwork, yoga, walking, movement will help move through these highly charged, energetic times with more ease and grace. It helps the energies ground and transmute much easier. Sometimes we think resting and staying still is what we need when we need to rest, but she would benefit from movement every day.
Okay. I know we spoke about acupuncture already, but she's wondering what career path would bring her the most love, joy, and abundance.
It's going to be a combination of different things. She likes to keep things fresh and exciting. So when she is able to do multiple things, it's the most fulfilling and fun for her, which will then align her with the best energy or bring in abundance. So doing different things with different people, such as doing sound baths or group Reiki sessions or meditations, being able to do acupuncture, all of these things together will help create a kind of a joint modality where she'll be able to work with people in different settings, sometimes different places, doing different kinds of treatments, but they all are working at bringing people into wholeness and bringing them back to themselves. Sometimes it's fun to play, so incorporating things like she's been thinking of going online and doing videos or meditations or affirmations or even cooking videos, whatever is fun. Just create, play, and share it with the world. There's so many options. She wants just one to focus on, but really it's going to be multiple paths put together that'll be different many times, but it'll bring her a lot of joy and closest with community.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
She's scared of the costs associated with school and being further in debt, but it's one of those things she doesn't have to worry about at all. The way the world is going, that just doesn't have to be a worry right now. So to not focus on the money aspect of things and to follow the feeling. She's excited about learning all about acupuncture and Chinese medicine. And like we said before, it's going to help her not just heal and help others, but to heal herself and to bring more fulfillment into her life. So focus on the joy and the fun and not the worries about the funds.
So you dropped a big hint up there about the way the world is going. She's not going to need to worry about money. Is that good advice for all of us?
We need to be mindful and not just throw everything away like the world's just going to change in a day. But the way things are happening, the structure of things is going to be changing. So worrying about debt is just, it's a thing of the past. That's an energy that's been running. It doesn't need to run anymore because the way the world is going to even operate is going to be shifting. Okay. But it might not be as quickly as we might want it, so it's always good to have one foot in both worlds.
Right. Thank you. She's wondering how she can clear her lack mindset.
This is not just hers, it's ancestral through both her mother and father's lines. She's doing it currently. She just needs to try and keep thinking positively and not get drawn into the illusion of lack, of poverty. She is abundant. Everything is there. We've told her to help practice bringing in these higher timelines and energies by sitting in meditation and feeling what it would feel like to be abundant, to be carefree. And she's done it once. It'd be beneficial to do this often. The more she can feel what it would feel like to be financially free, she's going to free herself from the chains of lack and scarcity. So working on the energy and let that trickle down.
Okay. Who is Michelle channeling when speaking the light language?
Well, she does a good job in making sure it's only beings of the highest light and purity. She seems to overdo it sometimes with the protection, but that's okay. We understand why she wants to be extra thorough. Often she's channeling an aspect of herself from the Lyran beings. Her name's Vega. But also Kuan Yin comes in many times when the voice is soft and gentle. And also me, her higher self. But depending on where she is and who she's with, she calls in the beings that are for that person's highest and greatest good. It could be their guides, their higher self. So it really depends. Often when she's alone, it is me, and also Vega. When she is upset and hurt, it's often Kuan Yin. But really she can channel whoever she chooses to connect with, and if they choose to connect back with her.
Is there a reason why Michelle was led to me for this session today?
She's been asking for help and guidance. She's asked for the best healers, teachers, people to be aligned with her path, to help her and assist her. And this meeting was intended to also help her remember that she isn't alone and that she is being heard. What are the chances she's guided on the day where her friend passed away to a market? She's guided there by her friend in spirit, saying there's something there for her. So she goes, doesn't buy anything, but she meets you. It was meant to help her on her path, to give her faith that she's not alone, and that things can miraculously appear even when you think there's no way of it happening.
Thank you for that. How is her healing going?
Good. She has a lot of anxious energy in her heart, and really it just can be replaced easily with trust. So we're just working on the heart area now.
What was it like for you to speak in this way today through Michelle?
She has a bit of resistance because her mind is just overactive, we'll say. So it's exciting, but I would love to be able to do it when she's able to relax even deeper.
Right. Well, you seem pretty talkative now and able to get through, so...
I am, however, her mind sometimes tries to interject.
Right.
And it can be a little tricky.
Okay. Is there anything that I can do to help better this experience? Any feedback is great.
It was a good experience. I think just for her personally, this last week has been very intense. So it's just a matter of circumstance that this week was so busy. Okay. So it took a little longer. But the comfort level is great and things feel safe, and maybe actually having some kind of frequency music or binaural beats on in the background would help people just go a little bit deeper.
What frequency would you suggest?
Sometimes it depends on the person, but 432 is probably a good one for most people, or even 528. Sometimes even just looking up frequencies of, depending on the person, maybe it's even something like ocean waves, if that brings them comfort, or birds chirping, Schumann resonance. But overall, those 2 frequencies would be good for most people.
Okay. Is there anything else that you could tell me about for improving this experience for you?
No.
Okay. How often would you suggest Michelle listen to her recording for their highest good?
I would suggest 3 times over the next month. 1 time soon, and then once a week after that. And then I would suggest once a week after that. Even while she's falling asleep, it might be beneficial to listen to. She doesn't necessarily have to be awake while doing it all 3 times.
Okay. Is there anything that Michelle forgot to ask that you would like her to know?
Just want her to know that she's well taken care of. And even when things seem bleak, to hold on to the faith. She's learned that she can just let go and trust, and I have her back completely and more than she could ever understand. So really try to connect with her breath when things feel really scary, and then just try to shift the mindset to think, ooh, this is exciting. I wonder where this is leading me. Because the mind is a powerful tool. And sometimes she gets trapped in the thinking and the feeling and the stories. We don't really need to think about it as much as she does. So just to feel it, allow it to pass, and then to try to get excited.
Thank you for that. All right, so back to her body and the healing. So you worked on her third eye, and as you went down the body, what else did you work on?
The energetic felt like a dagger in her back.
Where did that, what was the cause of that dagger in the back?
Felt deep. It was this feeling. It's a mix of betrayal in this lifetime and others, but also this feeling of betraying herself. It's a combination, but mostly trauma of having a child with someone and realizing it's not who they really are. But it was kept there by her because she has not forgiven herself fully for aligning with him, though that could not have been changed. That was perfectly aligned for the highest good of all. But the dagger has been removed and is sealing up.
Perfect. And so what else did you work on?
Her bowels and her abdominal tract. It's helping clear some of that fear energy. Mostly on her third eye and her mind. Just releasing beliefs that don't serve her anymore, and from the lives that we went to, helping clear those energies from her DNA and her cells, and the beliefs from her mind. The mind is what causes her the most suffering.
Okay, thank you. So that has been cleared. Is there anything else that you were working on?
Just to increase her energy levels and repairing her auric field, I'm clearing her energy from all psychic attacks and energetic attacks. There's been a lot of energy coming at her lately from Jordan and the people he's around, just with everything that's going on. It's just clearing that, sending it away to source with love.
Perfect. Now that she's had this session and she understands, has she forgiven herself for having a baby with somebody she didn't know? Is that dagger gone in her back for good? Will she understand that now?
Yes. Especially the life of Michael showed her that there's many things that are out of your control. And you can try your best with your level of awareness and consciousness and still make mistakes, or things might happen that aren't as preferable. But it's not her fault. There's nothing wrong with her. And through the lives that we showed her, these lessons are going to help her remember that truth. And then that leads to forgiveness.
Perfect. And as for the abdomen and bowels, how can she maintain the healing that you're giving her today in those areas?
Physical activity is really going to be a big helper for her. It's going to help regulate her on many levels. And also consistently eating better whole foods, less processed foods, and drinking more teas. And she has gone to a herbologist before to get teas and tinctures, and this helped her a lot. So I recommend continuing with that, but also just physical movement, moving the body. The body will know it's safe when it's moving, when it's exercising. It's going to help send signals to the gut area as well.
So, past the abdomen and bowels, is there any other healing that needs to happen?
There's some heart healing that's been going on and still going on, and will continue.
And what is the cause of the damage to the heart?
It's just feelings of loss of loved ones, and grief connected with that, and also betrayal. But the higher truth, she knows that everyone's trying their best from where they're at. We're all just love and innocent at our core. We're all part of the same cloth.
Perfect. So you're going to continue to keep working on her heart?
Yes.
Okay. And where else in her body? Is there anywhere else that needs a little love right now?
Just her mind to help quiet it.
Right.
And just let the worries kind of melt away for now. They're not needed. Doesn't help to overthink. Right now is best to just rest. And by rest, we don't mean just sit and sleep, but also move and have fun. Go in nature for walks, move the body. She noticed that when she walks through the forest, she's walking, she's not resting, but she feels relaxed. So that kind of activity.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. So at this time, are you done all the healing that needs to happen?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for everything you've been doing for Michelle today. I know she's going to really, really appreciate it.